Welcome to The Explainer. You know all those tedious, repetitive tasks that clog up your digital life? Well, today we're going to talk about how to get rid of them for good. We're diving into the ideas from the classic guide, Automate the Boring Stuff with Python.
All right, let's kick things off with a scenario that, well, it's probably going to feel a little too real for some of you.
I'm talking about that feeling, right? That endless loop of just clicking, typing, organizing over and over again.
Maybe for you, it's that soul-crushing spreadsheet update. You know, hunting down cell after cell, typing in new data, just one painful entry at a time.
Or, hey, maybe it's not even a work thing. Maybe it's on your own time, trying to sort through a mountain of personal files. Like you've got 500 photos from that vacation, and you're renaming them one by one.
And oh man, we've all been there, right? Bouncing between a dozen browser tabs, copy-pasting little bits of information from all over the web into one single document. It's a nightmare.
Okay, so that's the grind. But what if? What if you could just teach your computer to do all of that stuff for you? That's where this idea of a superpower comes in. And the key to unlocking it is a programming language called Python. Now, don't let the word programming scare you. This is an incredibly accessible tool, and it's literally designed to take those hours of mindless work and shrink them down into just a few seconds of a script running.
And seriously, you don't have to be some professional software engineer to use it. You just need to get a handle on a few core ideas, which really act like a kind of digital Swiss Army knife for all your computer tasks.
Okay, so first up in our toolkit, we have functions. The best way to think about these is like creating your own custom commands. So instead of doing 10 different steps every single time, you just bundle them all up into one command you can call whenever you want. Things like resize this image or get me the latest prices.
And then there's the loop. Honestly, this is the real engine of automation. Let's go back to those 500 vacation photos, right? With a loop, you just tell the computer, hey, here's a list of all these photos. For the first one, add the date to the file name. Now, do that for every single other photo in the list until you're done. And boom, it's finished in seconds.
So, with functions and loops, you've got the basics. But you also need a few other building blocks. You've got lists, which are, well, exactly what they sound like. A place to hold a sequence of items, like all those file names. Then you have dictionaries, which are perfect for storing connected bits of info, like a person's name and their email address, paired together. Flow control is just about making decisions, like if this file is a photo, then move it. And finally, strings, which is just a fancy programmer word for plain old text. Once you get these down, you can start building some really cool stuff.
All right, enough with the theory. Let's get to the fun part and see what kind of real-world, honest-to-goodness tasks you can actually automate with this stuff.
For starters, you can totally tame your files and documents. I mean, just imagine it, saying goodbye to manual file management forever. You can write a quick script that organizes your messy folders, renames thousands of files in a flash, or even goes inside Word and PDF documents to read or update stuff automatically. And what about data? Yeah, you can automate that too. This is where it gets really powerful. We're talking about directly controlling the file formats you use every single day. You can have a script update thousands of rows in an Excel sheet or instantly pull out information from a messy CSV file. You can even work with something called JSON, which is basically the standard language websites use to share data. The point is, whatever the format, Python's got a tool ready to go.
And this is a big one, conquering the web. You can literally automate your own web browser. Think about that. You could have a script that goes out and downloads a bunch of images for you, fills out online forms automatically, or scrapes information from thousands of pages, all while you're off doing something else. That whole slow, error-prone manual process, it becomes lightning fast, super accurate, and you can scale it up to do as much as you want.
It gets even crazier. You can basically turn your computer into your own personal assistant. Imagine writing scripts that send out customized emails for you, or that automatically run certain programs at specific times of the day. You can even have a program take control of your keyboard and mouse to click and type on a screen, performing tasks exactly the way you would, but without you having to be there.
Okay, so let's pull back for our final section here, because this really builds into something way bigger than just saving a few minutes here and there.
See, this isn't just about efficiency. It's really about empowerment. When you learn how to automate, it's more than just a practical skill. It actually gives you a whole new way of thinking. It's like having a toolkit where you can look at any repetitive problem and go, you know what? I can build my own solution for that. And the source material we're basing this on is packed with over 40 of these kinds of practical, real-world projects that you can build yourself. We're talking everything from handy little tools like password managers or quiz generators, all the way up to really complex web scrapers.
And really, that's the ultimate goal here. Because once you free yourself from that digital grind, you get back all this time and mental energy to focus on the stuff that actually matters. The creative work, the big picture strategy, the interesting stuff.
So I'll leave you with this one final thought. As you go about your week, start looking for those patterns. Look for the repetition. And ask yourself, what's the first boring thing in my life that's just begging to be automated?